Welcome to the Christian Success Show, the show that helps you achieve more success in every area of your life. I'm your host, Wes Young. Thank you for joining me today. The Christian Success Show is brought to you by Christian-Success.com. Visit Christian-Success.com to join the community and check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve big success in specific areas of your life. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-Success.com/coach. Now, let's get started with today's show. Today's show is Business Startup Basics. And a lot of the things I talk about on this show over the course of the episodes that I release involves business, whether it's starting a side business or being an entrepreneur or running your own business, things like that. But I haven't really done a show about simply business startup basics. So that's what I'm going to cover today. And the things that we're going to cover will basically work or be pertinent to any type of business. Some of them more to bigger businesses, some of them more to small part-time businesses, but they're all important things to think about and involved with business startup basics. So let's get started. Business name. There's a lot of different options for a name for your business. A lot of people like to have a business name that includes what they're doing, and then other people simply use a more generic business name. The one thing that I recommend considering when you're thinking about a business name is you might not always do the exact same thing in business as you're doing now or as you're starting to do. Your business might grow, you might add other revenue streams, different businesses, which you can still do even if you start with a business name that involves what you're doing right now. You can add other businesses under different businesses names, operate them separately, or operate them under one large umbrella. But the thing about a business name is that you do need one. And another thing to consider when choosing your business name is there a domain name available that matches your business name, because you will want to have a website. Most businesses need to have a website when they launch, even if you're not selling anything online right now. A lot of people want to check out businesses online before they do business with them. So you need a website. So you need to consider what business name you're going to use and if there's a domain name that matches it available for purchase. Now, how are you going to set up your business as far as the structure? First of all, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an accountant, so I'm not giving you legal or accounting advice here. I'm just going to quickly go over the types of ways you can set up a business. Basically, you can set up as a corporation, an LLC, which is a limited liability company, a subchapter S corporation, a partnership, or as a sole proprietor. Most people, when they start a small business or a side business, they operate as a sole proprietor. If there's more than one person going into business together, you can do it as a partnership. Most of these things, the choices come down to how the business and the earnings are going to be taxed and your liability if something happens with the business. The corporation usually offers you the highest level of protection, but there are some tax disadvantages depending on what you're doing to form a corporation. This is where an LLC or subchapter S corporation come in, because they're taxed more like a sole proprietor or partnership, but they can also offer you many of the same protections as a corporation does. Partnerships and sole proprietorships basically don't offer much protection legally, but they are taxed usually at a much better rate until you grow to a certain size. And you can start as a sole proprietorship or a partnership and later incorporate it either as a regular corporation or as an LLC or a subchapter S. You should research all of these options, and if you need to, talk to a lawyer and or an accountant about what's best for your business. I mentioned a domain name and a website. Your business needs a website. Once again, even if you're not selling online yet, you need to put up a website with information about your business. This is simpler today than it ever has been. You need a domain name, hosting, and a way to put up content, which you can use a content management system like WordPress to do this fairly easily. Most businesses also want to have a presence on social media, things like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, things like that. This is something else to consider. Most businesses don't need a presence on social media to get started, but it is something that can help your business and help your business grow in sales in the future, so it's something to consider. One thing that most businesses don't do at the beginning is start collecting names and emails of their customers, get their customers on an email list. You need to use some sort of an autoresponder on your website from the beginning, offer people something, discounts or valuable information, things like that, in order to get them to sign up for your email list, because this is an important form of marketing that you can use down the road. In any type of business you set up, you need to consider your overhead, how much you're going to spend to start the business and to keep the business running. Location. If you're a retail business, location can be very important. If you're doing more business online, your location of your physical business isn't as important, but it's something you need to consider when you're starting up your business. And your location also has a lot to do with your overhead. You need to determine whether you're going to offer products, services, or a combination. And all of these things require different things. If you're going to be selling products, where are you going to get them? Are you going to produce them yourself? Are you going to buy them somewhere else? Is there only one supplier? Are there multiple suppliers? The next thing you need to think about with business startup basics is the marketing. The marketing is really the most important thing, because if you can't sell your products and or services, then you don't have a business. How are you going to market your products and services? How are you going to sell them? You need to answer these questions before you start your business. The next thing is you need to know the numbers. I did a show recently about business numbers, and you should look up that show and review it, but I'm going to quickly go over some of the numbers that you need to know, you need to understand. Sales, which of course is just your sales dollars coming in. The cost of goods sold, how much do your products and or services cost you in relation to how much you can sell them for. Gross profit is basically the difference between your cost of goods sold and your sales. Net profit is basically your gross profit minus all your expenses. You need to track all your expenses, predict what your expenses are going to be, and cash flow. And cash flow is simply the money that's left over when you take all the money coming in minus all the money going out for anything. Here's an important thing to understand when you're thinking about starting a business. An idea is not a business. You have to sell something to have a business. You have to create revenue through sales in one way or another. And that goes back to what I was talking about marketing earlier. Marketing is one of, if not the most important thing you need to understand and plan for and figure out. You've got to figure out your marketing and how you're going to sell things, and then figure out how you're going to sell your products and or services for enough profit so you can cover your overhead, you can cover your expenses, so that you can make enough money to survive, make the business worth being in. All of these things need to be thought through and planned for ahead of time. The final thing I want to talk about with business startup basics is employees. Is your business something that's going to require employees beyond yourself? Are you going to be able to start the business and run it without employees at first? A lot of businesses require employees to be successful, but you need to be very careful not to have too many employees before you're making profits, because you have to be able to pay the employees. Now, when you have employees to help you make profit, it's a good thing, but you have to consider what employees are going to do to your business numbers. So that's a quick overview of business startup basics. I want to sincerely thank you for joining me today. I know that you have plenty of options on how you spend your time, and it's an honor you're letting me help you achieve more success in your life. God bless you. Don't forget to check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve more success in specific areas of your life at Christian-success.com. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-success.com/coach. Have a blessed day.